Hi do everybody, my name is Splattercat, we are here at the Nerd Castle, and this is Mountain Blade Warband. In the previous episode, we'd gotten castles, we'd gotten a second fief. We are well fiefed, we are fiefed everywhere, we're just fiefing in the fields. There's Peshmi, we've also got Dusturil, and so we've got ourselves a pretty good chunk of land. We've also got a castle up here. Finally, we took Malayurg and they allowed us to keep it. Let's go ahead and head back to Malayurg, and we're going to try and get track of what our forces are looking like. Right now, I think we're controlling about 170 units. And so I'd really like to kind of comprise our outriding force of all the units that, he gave a mashki to Hugu. Hugu's getting all kinds of land lately. Hugu's been getting lucky with that kind of stuff. Looks like we've got a big old army of deserters right there that are sort of in the vicinity of Malayurg. It's not something that brings me pleasure. Montawar Noyan. I think we could probably run him down. We are at war with him, so I would prefer... That's strange that the Kyrgyz are able to steal other people's lords now. They're a pretty small kingdom at this point. Is he outriding me? No, he's not. We'll take him eventually. Let's get ourselves into a dust-up here. I want to make sure everybody's upgraded before I do so, because you guys always notice if I don't, and you'll be like, Splattercat, why? And then I spend the rest of my night just weeping and gnashing my teeth because I've let you down. Like, no! And surrender or die, sir. So be it. It saddens me that you cannot be made to see reason. Well, the reason is that we're at war and you have a giant army around my base. The reason is that I can't let you field a large amount of units so near to my castle. The reason that this is happening is because, frankly, I hate your beard and I hate your stupid face. So let's put our units down here. I don't think I have enough cavalry left over after those last little rowdy house to really make a difference. Yeah, we've only got a couple of men left. Maybe like 10 cavalry. It's unfortunate. How are you gonna let one knight like right into the middle of you like that and just cause problems? Cavalry, go help. Make this better. Make this go away. See if I can kill him off. If none of my troops are gonna decide to be competent, I will at least try to be competent in the slightest bit. What's going on over here? I can't even make out what I'm up against. I think we've pretty much... Oh, never mind. There's units over here. Well then. Let's sound the charge for the infantry and get our horse speared like an idiot. Luckily, they're all weak. They haven't been doing their crunches. They haven't been doing their curls. They're not able to put any type of damage out with those spears. That's the bonus part. That's the good part. So we can run into their spears so long as they've got flimsy little hands. Kind of those little hands that you would expect somebody that works with, I don't know, like a tailor or something. Like the hands that are meant for deft work, not for the stabbing of spheres. The stabbing of spheres? God, that's Freudian. It's weird that that came out the way it did. There we go. Finally off with his head. Anyways, let's stop talking about stabbing spheres before I get myself too husky here. And let's go find the final remaining unit and stab his spear, since apparently that's what my mind is set on. Gentlemen, don't take this from me. I want to slash him. I command you, let me slash him. Alright, good. Everyone has followed the command, and so we won't have to have summary executions following this battle. I'm feeling dark today. I'm feeling very dark. What did we lose? We lost a trained crossbowman. We lost a couple footmen. Alright, I'll accept it. I don't have to like it, but I'll accept it because I don't have a choice, because I don't have a time machine and I can't go back and fix this. Plus, we might cause all kinds of weird quantum problems. Whatever. Let's have there's a thick heater shield. Pfft, don't care about that, not enough HP. You guys had mentioned that my shield is not very good, but 500 HP looks pretty good to me. I don't know, I'm gonna have to disagree there. I like the Nordic shields. I agree that the Huskarl's shield is way, way better. That point I will concede unto you, but we haven't seen one yet. I could spend all my time riding around the kingdom looking for one, but as of right now, I would really rather contribute to the battle and make sure that enemies are dying all around us, that the field is littered with the bloodied, battered bodies of our bitter, battled foes. I don't know. I'm trying to make that as alliterative as possible. I was trying to get my Churchill on, but it doesn't appear to be working. Let's manage. We're gonna manage our garrisons here. And I would like to get my Huskarls back, definitely. Because we need to be able to field some kind of infantry. I wish they leveled up while they were in here, and some of the mods allow you to do that. You can put like a training guy up in here. I forget what he's called, like a steward or something like that. Looks like all of our prisoners escaped over time too, which is weak. Super, super weak. I'm gonna take all the knights. And I think in a lot of cases it may be better to just sort of put some of these Serenid guards back in here. So we'll put the Serenid guards in as a trade. We'll take the Mamluks. We'll leave the marksmen because we're running so many crossbowmen right now. Let's convert all those to footmen. Convert a few more of those over. We got our sharpshooters. I'm feeling pretty good about our ranged units right now. I don't really want to move too much around. I don't want to mess with the system too much. But we do need something elite in here to fight, and I think that's where the guards are going to fit in. We've got infantry. We've got... oh, I don't know. I may put the Mamluks back. We do have a lot of cavalry that's about to come up. Yeah, we've got a lot of cavalry that's about to upgrade to its maximum level. Simply because all these footmen are about to become men-at-arms, so maybe we'll leave the Mamluks here. Yeah, I think all we really needed out of here were the Knights and the Huskarls, so that we have kind of those bare-bones field units that we need. And then from there we'll move out. It says we can manage the castle, we can do a prisoner tower, we can do a messenger post. We'll do a messenger post simply because that's going to send us a message when we get attacked, and it makes our life a little bit easier. It kind of wires us up to the... it moves us into the future. We've got our little text messaging device here. It's like bing bing, and so now we don't have to pay attention to dinner anymore when people are talking to us. We can just kind of stare at our medieval iPhone or our Droid or whatever you prefer, your Windows phone if you're feeling particularly hipsterish. Let's go over and recruit a bit more. God, Garrison, what are you doing, man? You make me so upset sometimes. You make me so upset, Ghoulie. You make me upset. That's my nickname. We hung out a couple times. We got some beers, and now I call him Ghoulie because we're comfortable with each other. I don't know where he wants me. Oh, good. Another assassination attempt. It's getting a little out of hand, guys. I just want to be honest. Like, what assassin would take this contract anymore? Like, you've really got to sort of think about the type of assassin that would sign on for this job. These cannot be intelligent individuals because I've killed like 14 of their predecessors. Violently, I might add. Not even like sneakily, like with poison. I've pretty much just beaten dudes to death in melee combat in the middle of fields and plains and wherever. That's why we can't go back to the airport. Ho ho, but ups. Finish him off. He tried to hammer us. He tried to murder us with his hammer, which is not okay. His head is already bandaged, and then I've struck him in it again. He's been pre-bandaged, so it works out perfectly fine for him. And so we've gotten a little bit more money there. I really wish they would stop trying to battle me, though. I prefer that this wouldn't turn into like a weird Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon situation every time I walk into town, but instead we're battling our peasants against each other. God, this place is not a fan of us. We've just done a terrible job at explaining ourselves to Berglin. I think we hit Chide a couple times, too. I think Ghoulie's just going to have to deal with the fact that I need to go and recruit before I can go anywhere else. Let's get back down there and see if maybe we can still meet up with him. We probably only have like a day left, though, before this is elapsed. Yeah, we have 3 days left, and he's going on the offensive. And so now, it's close to Shibal Zoomer. And Shibal Zoomer is down there, so they're probably going to hit Tarama. So let's go down and see if we can assist with a little bit of the campaign. We've been destroying lords left and right. I mean, we've been doing our best. Oh my god, they just flipped Dirham. The Kyrgyz are making all kinds of progress. But as I was saying, we've been whacking lords left and right. We've been playing whack-a-lord all over the place in this campaign. And I think the war is going in our favor. We need to question some people to find out exactly how it's going, but... There's Brula. Where's Gulison? Let's ask. Let's see if we can't find out. I want to know the location of Emir Gulasin. He's near Mazig. Okay, so he's headed northwards. He's just on a little looting spree here. Damn it. Okay, so our fief just got annihilated, which means I'm going to go do the same thing to him the second I'm out of Gulov's. Basically, I'm going to go find his fief, and I'm going to raid it back, because tit for tat here. And he gave me a whole lot of tat, so that makes me think I owe him something. Not going to do anything for you, Ghoulie. I just don't care. Flat out. I hate doing these little quests. I hate your cows. I hate your grain. I hate your... God, everything is sequestered right now. What is going on? Oh, they conquered it. What are you guys doing? You guys are just running this campaign so horribly. Hey, let's go conquer something that matters, you idiots. We have like 600 guys. Let's go hit a capital. Let's go get Nara back. Yes, is that what we're doing? Lovely. I don't hate you guys quite so much anymore. Alright, let's join the next assault. We're gonna jump in on this one. Yay, no siege tower! That's a sad thing. You know that there's an aspect of the game that kind of sucks when you don't see a siege tower, and the moment you see that, you're instantly excited for the fact that you just don't have to deal with a siege tower. I'm gonna sort of get up against the walls over here until they break the lines. They only gave us a small ladder anyways. And they do have a lot of master archers, so this could get a bit rowdy. No, don't shoot me with arrows. I like you guys. We're friends. We are friends, yes? Woohoo. Gotta feel that one whistle. There we go. He's finally down. I had to rely on the fact that he was going to miss that one. The variance in my shot is killing me right now. There we go. Finally got him in the face. The guys are falling off the walls. We have like a Helm's Deep thing going on right now. I'm just going to continue leveling up my archery because why not? I've got lots of targets and lots of things to shoot at. I don't really have a place on the walls right now. And down goes another guy. We're up to 133. Let me see if I can maybe shoot this cat right here. Oop, that was way high. I don't know what I was trying to do right there. Higher than Doug Benson. Alright, another victim. And so now we can join the actual siege fight, which will be up on the walls, obviously. Well, it looks like they're fighting back now. That's a little lame. Why do you fight back? Why won't you just let me slay you? Shoot that guy in the arm because it's exposed. Do a little bit of snipey action here. If I can get rid of him and keep him from firing arrows into the back of my troops, that would be exemplary. Excelsior. That guy's got a bitchin' helmet, so I gotta make sure I shoot him in the face. Or, I'm sorry, he has a bitchin' chest piece. So we want to shoot him in the face to avoid any further complications. And from here, let's have a look around and figure out where the remainder of the archers are. There are arrows here. Let me see if I can grab a couple more. You can restock your arrows from the ground if you need to. And what I'm going to do at this point is just sort of fire into the back from here because this is a long-range shot. And it'll get me lots of XP for my bowman. Or my archery skill, I'm sorry. I was talking about the job I was doing instead of the weapon I was using. And if I can get our archery up to 200 or so, that puts us in a really, really, really good position to deal some range damage in the future. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you have to grind it up like this. More reinforcements are coming in anyways, and I don't want to walk into that shield wall, so we'll just take it as it comes. God, they have all their like elite units deploying last. All of these ridiculous archers with like crazy chainmail and badass rapid fire machine gun arrows. It's terrifying. The medieval world is a scary, scary place, you guys. Let's go get into combat, and where are those going to spawn at? I bet they're spawning in that tower over there, given the way they're lumping up. Frankly, I don't want to walk into this, so I'm just going to keep firing arrows into the back of it. Somehow we managed a headshot out of all that. That's cool. I'll take it. We need some more arrows, which we are out of, so we shall take them from the ground, from the dead strewn bodies of our foes. And let's get back to firing and assisting the battle any way we can. I don't see a whole lot of swinging taking place in that mob anyways. Got people running the line, which is a bad sign. That means that the big old dog pile over here is not going in our favor. I think they're out of arrows. Are they out of arrows? They're not firing. They're just sort of standing there. They're just like, well, we're resigned to our fate. We give up. Shoot us in the face with arrows repeatedly, Mad Dog McGriddle. We desire it. We desire your pointy objects all around us. Please impale us. Hey, you guys are disrupting my archery training here. I'm trying to become a better archer so that I can be a better leader for you guys, and you guys are ruining it. Just walking into the back of me. My ex-roommate used to do that. Like, she would never tell you when she wanted to get, like, in a drawer for, like, a knife. She would just come up and sort of, like, push on you and then be like, eh. Like, and make noises. I'd be like, you know you can ask me to move, right? You realize that that is a thing that you can do. Hence why we are no longer roommates. I mean, it's not specifically that reason. There's also her crazy time dogs. Her dogs were out of control. They didn't like destroy anything, but they were definitely yappy and barky, which when you live in an apartment does not endear you to your neighbors. So be careful about the doggies when you live in an apartment. Or at least, you know, train them properly. This fight is taking entirely too long. Come on, gentlemen. Let's get this thing done. We're spending almost an entire episode wrapped up in one combat. Like, for real? Is that how we want to do this? Either this place was reinforced a little bit better than I expected, or my troops are just completely and totally inefficient. Then again, their flag is a flower, so, you know. How do we do? 11 killed. It's better than his 31 killed, I guess. And so we've taken Nara back, finally. So at least we're sort of retaining the land that we've lost. Peshmi's still okay. Let's go have a look around Distura. I wish you could speed up the process of rebuilding by spending money on a looted city. Alas, they never give me the opportunity. Let's run down this caravan, too. Turn him into a knight, handle all of our upgrades, because that was a really, really nasty battle. So we can expect to at least see some people get some upgrades from it. That's what I like to see. A bunch of men-at-arms ready to go so that we can turn them into knights. 6 more militia there. We'll move them up the chain so that they're in battle, getting themselves XP every single time we go in. And everything else is looking super stellar. Well, since it's already looted, let's keep an eye on Malayurg. I'm going to go back and keep an eye on Peshmi. I mean, we can't do anything for them. They're already dead and butchered, so leave them where they lay. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do for efficiency's sake. We'll head on up here to Peshmi and make sure nothing strange is happening, like purple circles occurring. Purple or brown. Both colors that I'm not fond of at the moment. Jamayed, I wish we would take, and we also need to take Amarad. Like, Amarad needs to go right this second. Let's go have a look and do a scouting run on Amarad. While we're out here, we'll recruit from Abba and some of these other cities. So they actually stocked that one up. They've got almost 400 men in there. So I don't see Amarad going down for a long, long time. It's just one of those consequences of the fact that the enemy has over-garrisoned it a bit. Let's go to Sektem, grab a few more units, because we've always got to keep people training up. And we're also going to run out of food, because that's how we roll. I prefer my units to be starving. I feel like it makes them want it more in battle. Then again, it also kind of encourages cannibalism, which is one of those things that society tends to look down upon. We'll buy some bread so that we're not cannibalizing one another. Let's head to a Shariz and grab some more food. I want to have a big old pile. Piles and piles of food, because I like to eat heavily when I'm in the field. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anybody has a lot of food. Weak, weak, weak. Weak, 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 and whack. Should probably go to a tavern and get rid of some of these captives that we're carrying around. I thought that was Rolf for a second. They have the same goofy haircut. Nobody there. Let's go to Cuba and see if we can grab anybody out of the tavern or release anybody out of the tavern. Got way too many captives right now. There he is. Very nice. Get rid of some of these guys because our cash flow is not looking so amazing at the moment. Lots and lots of upgrades going out, but at the same time, not a lot of money coming in. Our weekly finances are not at the level I need them to be. They are not sufficient. I mean, we're not bleeding money. We're gaining money. We've also got loss due to tax inefficiency, which is weird. I think that happens when you've got too many properties, as I recall. And I think you solve that by hiring a steward, but I forget how. I think you hire a steward and you pay him a wage and it fixes it. We'll have to look that up. Ah, there's Rolf. Let's grab him. Welcome back, Rolf. Everybody loves Rolf. He's like Raymond, but a little less nasal. He doesn't sound like Kermit the Frog.
Yay, Deborah!
God.
My brother is huge. He's like 7 feet tall. How did this happen?
Oh my god. My parents watch a lot of Everybody Loves Raymond, which is an American show if you don't know. About a guy that sounds like what I just sounded like, and his wife is always giving him trouble, and his brother's enormous and has a goofy voice, and that's pretty much the pretense for the show. It doesn't have a whole lot of point. It's just kind of life in general. Goofified. Where do I want to go from here? I don't really even know where I want to apply my skills at this point. The enemy has proven that they're going to take everything we love and just kind of poop all over it, and not even have the courtesy to clean up afterwards. Like, you can duke on my property, just kind of clean it up afterwards. I'll take the token gesture as long as I don't have the refuse that remains. What were we doing here? We were managing something. It has no improvements. Well, let's do a watchtower. We'll do a messenger post first. It'll take us 32 days, but when the messenger post comes back, that'll allow us to know when we're getting attacked. No, sir, we're going on up here and we're going to raid. We're going to raid like crazy. That's right, you better run, pal. You don't want none of this. You came down and raided my territory. I'm about to raid yours. Bad things are about to happen, my friend. Recompense. All that good stuff. Let's upgrade them to knights. Ooh, a few more sharpshooters. Pretty happy about that. I love Rodok sharpshooters. They are a great, great unit. Probably going to turn all these Saranids into Mamluks, maybe. Guards are okay. We've got 6 more footmen there. How many of you got? Yeah, 7 men-at-arms. All right, that cavalry force is starting to iron out. Let's get in here and take a hostile action. We're going to loot and burn it. We lose honor. Well, that's disappointing. It doesn't look like they have any army that's going to come out and try and stop us. And so their stuff is now going to be our stuff. We're going to do them like they did us. Because an eye for an eye. That's why. We've got raw silk. Lots of food. Lots of yummies. Tons of yummers that we can bring along. I'm going to leave behind the stuff that expires, like the pork. And we'll just replace that with other things. The grapes, not as good as I would want. Olives, also not as good. I would rather just have a ton of food. We have a big army coming in right there. We got out of there just in time. Hooray for us. That was kind of one of those snatch and grab operations that went way better than expected. Start running down some of these lords. I think that'll be the last thing we do with our episode. Let's wipe him out. Reichsnoyan, you are a bitch. Is that a bit too much? I think that was a bit too much. I got into the moment. I apologize. It's one of those times. You get into the moment, you start getting excited, you're like, yeah, let's fight these guys. Cavalry, you know what? Do your thing. I believe in you. Also, infantry, do your thing as well. I believe in you too. Archers, I don't believe in you. Stay right there on the hill.
He's like, oh.
Today in their diary.
Dear diary, my lord told me he had no faith in me. I think I'm gonna go cut myself. Goodbye.
Just leave a bloodstained page on the ground. The game would probably call it desertion. Desertion for maximum effect, you have to commit suicide. What are you doing, man? You whittle along the edge, you work the edges, you don't go straight down the center, come on. My soldiers are not so good at this whole thing known as strategy. They more or less just go headlong into this whole thing. Looks like everybody started with couched lances. That guy's trying to hit my horse. And my horse hasn't done anything naughty in at least a few days, so we're going to let him slide right now. I took off his horsey shot collar and everything.
Ow!
Well, I can't tell if there's anything left in that dog pile. I'm going to say that I doubt it, considering we just swarmed that thing like flies on a turd, so... The battle is over. Hopefully a lot of these guys will become knights. I'm really, really hoping. Oh good, we lost 2 men-at-arms. I love my life! Padded cloth, falchions. Alrighty then. 5 more knights. Good. Well, I'll take 2 dead men then, if we can turn as many into knights as we can. With all of these Saronids, I don't know if I should turn them into Mamluks or just keep making more guards. I feel like we always need more infantry. Our Huskarls, we have them in apt supply. Let's upgrade Lazalet. What does he do for us? Hold on, I gotta look at his skills. Lazalet, what do you do? Oh yeah, I think we were just working on him like being a badass warrior like Matheld. So let's continue down that path. He's gonna need a tad more strength if he's gonna be useful in combat. He's got riding 4 already, so at some point I should probably get him a horse that's badass. We'll give him Iron Flesh so that he's a little bit more lively in combat. He can take a bit more of a beating. And I think we were giving him 2-handed weapons too, so hold on here. We'll give him some 2-handed, we'll give him Iron Flesh. There we are. We haven't given him a 2-handed weapon though, so I should probably do that. I keep forgetting. Automena, what do you do? What do you do for us? He's got Surgery 5, Tactics 2, Tracking, Engineer 4. Okay, so we probably want to give him more Surgery so that he can surge better. I went to Lazalet. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Right now, I am just befuddled. I am addled, my friends. I am very, very addled. There we go. He's maxed out on surgery. I think what I'd like next is to do tactics so that we have the battle advantage in the future. We could do some wound treatment to see if he could do that a little bit more rapidly, but we'll go with tactics. What tactics does is it shifts the battle in your favor, so if you have more tactics than your opponent, you get to field more men. It's not an even fight, so it won't be 50 versus 50, it'll be 48 versus 52, and so forth. It shifts the battle in your favor, so you have a few extra guys. I'm going to break the episode off here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for watching our Mountain Blade Warband series here at the Nerd Castle. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Take care, everybody.